have stage fright. Actually, to be in the presence of my hero, Harold Price Farragut, is enough to say that tonight is worth watching. And Erica, in fact, I have to just recount the first time that I met Al Goldstein. When I was 19 years old, and I was a delivery boy for Remco Toy Company, and they said they wanted me to deliver this big green plastic dinosaur to 42nd and Broadway, which in 1979 was like saying, I'm going to send you to Kabul, you know, with the pea shooter. But I carried this box so diligently with and I put my token in the slot, and I was shaking the whole way in, and I got it at 42nd Times Square, and I ran to this door, and it was a red door of all things. I went through one door, steel door, second steel door, third steel door. Big, thick, bulletproof glass. And behind this bulletproof glass was this bearded man who I immediately recognized was a very shy Catholic schoolboy to admit that I knew it was Al Goldstein. And he said, come on in, kid, come here. What do you got my dinosaur? And I said, yes, sir, I do. He said, come here, I got a tip for you. And he had this big fish bowl filled with condoms. And I only had one condom in my wallet that my father gave me when he had that talk with me. But now Al said, grab as many as you can. That's your tip. And he said, and use every one of them. And I was shaking because it was the man, Al Goldstein, and I grabbed them, and he said, now get out of here and use them. And, well, I was 19, and when I was 40, I happened to be in a restaurant in the meatpacking district, and I was with a friend of mine who is a cage fighter from New Orleans. And his name is John Barry. And John and I were sitting having dinner, and Al at that point was the big rotund man in the snakeskin jacket with the flip-flops, and he just said, are you two fags? And I said, no, but aren't you Al Goldstein? And he said, yeah, what do you do? You guys put on a show in a cage or something? I said, no, but you're Al Goldstein, right? I said, buy us a drink. And he sat down and he said, give me a card. I may give you some business, you're a lawyer. So 2 weeks later, so God help me, 2 weeks later, I get a phone call. Is this Charles DiStefano? Yeah. Yeah, listen, you come to my office over at Screw. I got some problems. So I went over to Screw, and Terry, hi Terry. Terry was there, and Kevin, hello, all you Screw people were there. And Al had fired his secretary, that we referred to earlier, because he claimed that she was stealing from him, and she quit while Al was on a trip in California. And he proceeded to make 19 phone calls to her and called her everything you could imagine Al in his creative mind could say on a telephone message. And out of those 19 phone calls, he was charged with 19 counts of aggravated harassment of the second degree, which Harold, by the way, our Court of Appeals just most recently dismissed as a piece of garbage law. In memory of Al, only last week, the Court of Appeals said it's a garbage law. But Al, that was your gift. Am I correct? So, I tried, this is where I'm trying to cut to the chase. Al said to me, listen, you giddy dago wop, I said, I'm half Irish. You giddy wabo mick wop Irish mick wop lawyer, you have no balls. And I said, but Al, I got you disorderly conduct for 19 counts of no balls, DiStefano. Try the case. I said, all right, I'll try the case. Let me give you a footnote. Al took superimposed a picture of the district attorney of Kings County, okay, who was Charles Hines, known as Joe Hines. He put it on a man having anal sex with another man who was Judge Chen, the judge in Al's case, and put it on the front cover of Screw and faxed it to the district attorney's private fax machine, at which time, when I showed up in court for the first day of trial, counselors approached the bench. Oh shit. I just want you to know that Mr. Goldstein superimposed my face on a man having anal sex with the district attorney of this county. And I said, Judge, it wasn't me. I know it wasn't you. Are you okay with me being the judge? Yes, Your Honor. Well, he gave him a fair trial. We called Grandpa Al Lewis as our character, quote-unquote, witness. Okay? And it wasn't an entire failure because I picked the guy who was reading like the biography of John Adams. And I said, that's the fucker that's going to get us over. And we almost did it. I think there were 12 out of 19 counts. There was acquittal, 7 of which these very learned attorneys were able to get it dismissed. I'll leave you with this. Al made me grow a part of my anatomy that I didn't think could grow after puberty. And with that said, he is a man that has made me into a man and a friend, and honesty has been something that we've talked about all night. Al was filled with honesty, to a fault maybe, but that's their tough luck, because Al's honesty came from the heart, and to the very end, I held his hand the week before he died, and I visited him in the nursing home, and he stroked my hand like an old babushka would stroke the hand of a grandson. And he looked me in his blue eyes, and I knew he was still there. And he was stroking my hand, and I said, Al, just do it one more time for me. And he said, and gave me that middle finger, and with the last bit of energy I saw Al have. And I love you, Al. You've changed my life. You've transformed me into something I could never imagine. I love you, Al. I will love you forever. You're one of the greatest, truly greatest human beings that ever walked this planet, and I don't think there'll be another Al Goldstein, not in our lifetime. And thank you.